Well, hello. It's a super Saturday, Sonder family. It's so good to see you guys. I have had more fun looking at all your favorite colors, and it's great because sometimes it's just hard to pick one, right? We love them all. It kind of depends on where we are. Like I like blue in my house, but I'm a fan of wearing red. So I have different colors for different times. I am your facilitator today. My name is Jennifer Ogilvy and I am coming to you from the Dallas, Texas area. And I will be your facilitator. And then helping us out in the chat is another facilitator. You have Team Texas today. Katie Gideon is there. She's giving you guys a wave hello. And if there's anything you need to know as we're trucking along today, just drop it in the chat and Katie will either point you in the right direction or she'll give you the right link so that your questions can be answered. You are automatically entered into our self-care giveaway, which happens every month just by coming to socials. And I saw a few of you, this is your very first time to color with the Sonder family. So an extra big welcome if this is the very first time you've sat down and carved out this time for your self-care by coloring. I have learned so much about the benefits of adult coloring since we started leaning into doing these coloring socials. So I'm always glad to spend this time with you. It's so good for your brain as an adult to color. So anyway, let's look at what our afternoon looks like. Of course, it's replenish and you are here. You know, if you logged on to Sonder Club this morning, you saw that our daily affirmation is I make the time to rest and recover. And so you are living into today's affirmation by carving out this time to replenish yourself through this time together. And I'm seeing a lot of questions going, what are the best colored pencils? I was going to pull mine out. I like to use a brand called Prismacolor, Prismacolor. They're my favorites. So that's just a personal recommendation. But I also have a set of dollar store coloring pencils that I use. So it's really, whatever you prefer. So our day today is going to look like this. We're going to do a replenishing activity, and then we're going to color, and then we'll have a little time to share if you would like to come on camera and show your progress so far. Now, there's no pressure to do that. So that is completely optional. And then we will close and I will share my playlist at the end of this. So if you liked the songs that you hear today, you can go ahead and snap a picture of that, or I will also drop in my Spotify playlist and you can go to that. So let's get going. If you were part of our coloring social last month with that dolphin, you remember that we talked about how dolphins have to be intentional breathers. They don't just automatically breathe like we do. They have to rise to the surface, open their blowhole, take a big breath and go down. And we did a breathing activity. We were inspired by the dolphins. We leaned into breathing. I want to take that breathing one more step. And so today we are going to replenish our bodies by getting it saturated with oxygen, which is going to be so good as we have this time of mindfulness with our coloring practice. So as you can see, there's a graphic there. And we have, when we take an in, we're going to talk a little bit more about this, but it'll be basically when you breathe in, you will draw up. We're going to take a pause as we hold, and then we'll draw down when we exhale. So I want you to find a space in your journal. You can even use something like your back cover because I know our notes pages are very precious as we are working through different prompts. And I get a little stingy with just giving up my notes page for anything. So either like the back cover or a scrap piece of paper, and I want you to still your body and go ahead and grab your pen or pencil or crayon, whatever you're using today, and just kind of hold it above the paper that you're using and just kind of start breathing. Don't try to control your breath. And what we're going to do is you're going to start moving your pen up and down. Just breathe slowly, but try not to control it. Just let your body do its thing. Okay? And as you do that, I want you to focus your attention to your breath, that in breath, and then the pause, and then your exhale. And just kind of go with it on your paper, that up, pause, and down. Don't modify what you're doing, and just let your hand mirror what your body is doing. And hopefully, as we do this for a few moments, I'm going to put on some soft sounds. You will start seeing a regulation of your breathing. So deep inhales with a hold, and then an exhale, and then repeat. And as you're drawing your breath up, pause, release. Just fill your mind, slowly comes onto your thinking, and saturate, replenish your body with oxygen. Our bodies have a system called the autonomic system, and it's the system that regulates heart rate and digestion and respiratory rate. And when you do these breathing practices, they can help you relax that system. When you inhale, you are stimulating your sympathetic division of that autonomic system, and that's your fight or flight um, part of your body. But when you exhale, you engage the parasympathetic division, and that's considered your rest and digest, or your feed and breathe. Okay. So, how are you feeling? Hopefully you notice that you've replenished all that oxygen in your blood. When you do this, you have improved your attention and your focus. You cultivate strong mindfulness. You calm that mind, which will reduce anxiety. And it also unlocks creativity. So breathing is such a perfect that breathing exercises go so nicely hand in hand with our coloring practice. And it will help you just feel creative on that page, right? You'll be able to tap into something that might not have been there just a few minutes ago. So I hope that you guys, oh, you did yours with your eyes closed. Very cool, Amy. It's kind of neat to watch because if you're very mindful, you will start seeing your breath regulate in that drawing that you're doing. It's pretty powerful exercise. So easy way to carve out that time for your self-care and just breathe for 2 or 3 minutes and watch what your breath is doing on paper. Yes, very good calming moment, Katie. So we have this lovely little turtle, and I know people have finished this up rather quickly this month because it's a lot of fun to do. It's got that symmetrical thing going on that's fun. I wanted to let us be inspired by these beautiful sea turtles. Just look at the different colors in those shells. I'm not sure that I would know how to recreate that, but there's a little inspiration as we're looking at completing our turtles. I found this little guy. It's a brooch, and it made me think, oh my goodness, this looks so much like our coloring page this month. Those jewels. And then, of course, our wonderful Sonder family has already been posting, and I thought it was interesting to look at the first two that you see on bright colors with the markers, bright markers, and then the one on the right is done with crayons. So very different. And then we can see there's glitter pens that were used on the left, and then of course more markers there on the right, but very similar colors, but yet so different. And then this is the technique that I've introduced if you have some issues with either sight or your motor skills, your hands maybe bother you, fine motor, that kind of thing. You can just draw a grid. I did the one that's on the left, and then I went back after I colored the turtle in, and I highlighted some of it with just the same colors, but I just pressed a little bit harder. And then I love this one on the right. That is from Sonder Club, and that is someone who tried this, and that's kind of where she landed with her turtles. So, and it's beautiful because I always talk about the negative space. It's nice to use that space with colors or with quotes, things that kind of resonate with you. And so there's our coloring page. I've got a couple of little quotes about sea turtles. They're so amazing. And then I'm going to just play a chunk of good calming music while you're coloring today. I want to encourage you to be very mindful of your breathing and how you're taking deep breaths as you're leaning into this practice that is engaging and calming your amygdala in the brain. It's getting you centered. So be sure that you're being very cognizant of that breathing. And let's start our practice, shall we?
Swim, little turtle in the sea. Swim with the fish out on the reef. Let the tide take you by the fin through the sea. Through the sea. Strong little turtle moving slow. Carry your home wherever you go. Through the sea. In the sea. the sea, in the sea. I'll swim through moon and starlight glow. Shine your shell of honeycomb. Hide your head inside your home. Through the sea, sea, sea.
Matter called. And he'll want me out there so he can kind of do what he wants.
So just checking in. I know that you guys have shared some things about what you like to color with, so thank you for doing that. But I'm just glad that you're leaning into this practice. I hope that this music has kind of calmed you as you are coloring. I know that some of you have finished this page and you're working on something else. So I applaud you for taking this time for your self-care today. It's important to carve those moments out. Just a reminder that, coloring is very low stakes. It doesn't have to look a certain way. This is about the process involved and not that end product, although we do like it to look a certain way. But what you're doing for yourself, giving yourself that moment of meditation and rest is so important. So I'll put on some more music. If you have anything else you want to throw in the chat, feel free to do so, but continue to focus on your practice. Okay, friends. Feels like this time goes by so quickly. If you would like, let me change our settings so that you guys can pop on and share if you would like to share your work so far. Give us a wave, a hello. Hello, family. Hello, Sonder family. Oh, you've got, they're looking good, Darsha, Sarah, I see you, Katie. Hey, everybody. Angel, Donna, y'all, Megan. I'll be honest, I like seeing your faces better than your pages. Real life people. Oh, they look great, everybody. Oh, I see a grid happening. Cool. Very cool. You gave it a try, Rachel. I love that. Oh, and there, some of you guys are doing other pages too. That's so awesome. Oh, and some stripes. That looks really fun, Kim. I'll have to do a stripe one for my next one. Y'all, they look fabulous. That's super. Thank you for popping on and sharing. Be sure to put some of these in Sonder Club so we can show off our work. Okay, so our time together goes by so quickly. There we go. There's our Sonder Club code, QR code. If you're not already part of that, there's all the codes you need to know, my friend. We've got a referral program going on right now. So if you want to scan that QR code, that gives a friend of yours access to a discount to join our Sonder family, and also gives you a discount for referring. The survey for our time together today is that top middle QR code, and that is an opportunity for you to give any kind of Silk and Sonder feedback as well. So if you have some ideas of things you'd like to see, days and times that work best for you, and be sure to let us know what time zone you're in, put that in that survey. Sonder Club is there in the middle bottom QR code, and then that all important YouTube link for the Sonder recordings, the social recordings that you can access. Give us a couple of business days to get those rendered and posted. Katie's also dropping the link for that in the chat. And then that leads us, here's our playlist that we heard today. Sonder family, thank you for carving out this time for your self-care and for joining us today. I hope that this has set your weekend for a lot of good rest, and that you'll be refreshed and replenished for our week starting on Monday. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.
Maybe I could break clean. Yeah, maybe I could break clean. When you show again, I can feel the ocean. I can feel your open arms, like pure emotion. I'm finally free again, like my own explosion. When you show again, I can feel the ocean. Salt water running through my veins like a blind spot, like